You can be thinking about a problem for a long time, over years in fact, and then sometimes somebody just says some random sentence and everything falls into place. That kind of interaction and the fruits of that interaction are a large part of how mathematics advances.
I've always thought that mathematics was most real at the moment it's being communicated from one person to another, when it's kind of living in that interpersonal space.
Math is ultimately a product of people talking to people. You have to learn from the community. It's like learning to skip. You can't read it from a paper. You have to learn it by watching someone do it.
Some people are more focused on real-world problems. Some people are more interested in just beauty of the mathematics. Good Institute is supportive to all of these people.
We really have an opportunity to see what happens around. Harvard really pushes us to communicate with people from all over the world.
It's a marvelous place. I don't know how it does it, but it does it, and it makes for a great place to do mathematics.
Harvard has a long tradition of research in new mathematics that dates back 2 centuries to Benjamin Peirce. Ever since then, Harvard has been a great center for mathematical research and discovery, and it's been a great center for training what then becomes the next generation of mathematical leaders.
We bring in, I believe, the world's best students, both undergraduate and graduate, and we give them an opportunity to pursue their dreams of being a mathematician.
I was a graduate student here. I barely got in, but what I was good at was asking the right question. The community of young graduate students and postdocs that I met really changed my idea of what a mathematical career was about.
I came here as a junior fellow, and to be thrown into that world, well, that was a wonderful thing.
We're always looking out for promising developments in mathematics, and I think the CMSA has really helped because they're in the business of identifying ideas that are maybe on the boundary of traditional mathematics.
The CMSA, or the Center of Mathematical Sciences and Applications, is a place where mathematics is in two-way interaction with science.
It's designed to focus on work at the interface of math and another field like physics, computer science, biology, economics. It's been an amazing resource for me since I got here. Some collaborators and I have an idea for a workshop and we can bring it to fruition 6 months later. A chance to bring in researchers from around the country, really around the world, to discuss topics at the forefront of research.
So having the department together with CMSA creates a unique combination that has many, many opportunities. So for example, at CMSA, over the past few years, we've run several programs in AI.
So a group of us came together and the idea was to try to test how good AI is at doing research level mathematics. Many of the benchmarks that have been set so far were sponsored by AI companies, and we thought it should really be mathematicians without any conflicts of interest. We took these problems from our research and we posed them as a challenge to the whole community. Anyone was welcome to try to use their favorite LLM to solve their problem.
Today, Harvard boasts excellence from top to bottom in both research and education. Our undergraduate concentration has doubled in recent years. Our graduates program is small but very impactful. And we have a wonderful program of postdocs here in the department.
Being a postdoc at CMSA is, I think, the best possible position a researcher or postdoc can ever have. You have everything which you would have at math department, but also you get all these extra support.
So there's a lot of kinds of mentorship. There's the mentorship I would give to an undergraduate who might be seeking something outside of the classroom to study. And then there's the mentoring I provide to my graduate students who I'm helping to become members of the research community, appreciating their own voice, the things they say that bring clarity to something that wasn't known.
If we're talking about accomplishments or impact, I think by far the thing that I'm most cherish is my students. They've all been really great, both the graduate students and the undergraduates. Just being part of this very broad mathematical community that is centered here in Cambridge.
I think the most important quality or shared quality between good mathematicians and also scientists is curiosity. You should be curious to know why something happens or why something is correct.
When you go into this field, you're going to be spending hours and hours and hours thinking about math, and it needs to be a direction that you're really deeply passionate about.
From my experience, I would say it's important not to be afraid of looking into other fields that are around your field. Sometimes that might be very, very useful.
It's not usually broadcast, but mathematics is hard. You can avoid coming to situations where you're totally blocked. Now, the thing to do is to learn to enjoy those moments.
In a classroom, I often like to try to linger in the moment where the answer isn't apparent. There's an energy there. Math is hard and everyone else is struggling just the same as you are.
It's difficult to predict the future of mathematical discovery, but I can say that mathematics has a timelessness to it, as well as a nimbleness. The methods that we've always used for mathematical discovery will still be there. The nimbleness means that we will incorporate new ways, new techniques for mathematical discovery. Harvard has always had leading mathematicians on its faculty. Being able to engage in this nimble fashion with ideas that are just starting will keep Harvard at the forefront of future mathematical developments.